A very warm welcome to Puan Noriza Binti Mahmood. So today we're going to present Laboratory Exercise 3, that is for DFP 40053 Database Administration. As you all can see, the scenario that was given to us was user are unlimited and people will be using Oracle database. Before a user can access the database, the DBA must create the user inside the database and grant necessary permission. So without any permission, they can't be doing anything. By just creating a new user will not make a user to access to all the database. There are all necessary roles and privileges that need to be assigned to the user. So without further ado, I would like also introduce my teammate, that is Darwin Danraj, and myself, Kishan. We will straight away jump into it. The first question that was given to us was login as system user. As you all can see, the system user that we have been using is sys and we have entered our password, and it is shown as connected to Oracle Database 19C Enterprise Edition release 19000 version, and you can see the version number, and this is how we have to log into the system user. So we'd like to go to the next part.
Okay, the next part is very crucial because we are going to create a table which is department underscore XYZ. So to create a table, we would use the command of the keyword create table department underscore XYZ. Together we are going to enter our department ID, the integer, not null, because it's the type, and department underscore name, character 100 we are going to give, because we don't know how long the department name would be, and better to give a lengthy one, not null, comma, manager ID integer, because usually manager ID will become in integer, comma, and location ID in integer as well. Constraint department underscore XYZ primary key department ID. So we are basically setting department ID as the primary key of this all, because it's easy to refer, and department ID will be very different compared to every other things, and it won't be repeated once again and once again. So now over to you, Kishan. Okay, let me continue. Okay, now we have created the table first of all, but we are going to enter the information that needed to fill in the table first of all. So insert into department underscore XYZ values 101 administration 2000 comma 1700. As you can see, administration is a department name and manager ID is 2000 and location is 1700. We are going to follow it by 202, marketing 2010 and 1800, and it keep on repeating for shipping, IT, sales, executive, accounting, contracting. There are different department ID, as you can see, 101, 102, 505, 606, 808, 909, 1001, 1909, because that's why we are setting primary key as it. And you can see all the informations are filled in just like the table shown at previous slide. Okay, you can see at the question itself, they gave us a reference and we have keyed in everything accordingly with the command provided. Okay, to next. We have successfully created. Okay, to see it, we are going to set line 100 because it would restrict a page and it shows more clearly. Column department underscore name format A30 selects all from department underscore XYZ. So as you can see, it shows like everything out there, like administration, manager ID, and location ID, and department ID. Just we have keying, and we are going to see right now because we are querying it by selecting select keyword, and we have seen the table successfully what we created in here. So now over to you, Kishan, for next.
Okay, thank you. And from this populate the given department XYZ, we also there was one command that, before proceeding to the next part, we have to double check if it is 8 rows, and as you all can see, it is 8 rows selected. So now I would like to go to the next part. Okay, so the next part of it was to create 3 different users with their corresponding password. So first, as you all can see, the 3 different users that was given to us into our question was supervisor, manager, and clerk. As you all can see, we have created user C hashtag because we are in system user, and C hashtag supervisor identified by SPVR, and create user C hashtag manager identified as MGR, create user C hashtag clerk identified as CLK. So this is the short form, as you all can see. And we also want to check if all of these users are in the system. So as you all can see, select username for all user, and you all can see all the C hashtag supervisor, manager, and clerk is already there. So all of these are already included into this whole system. And next to you, over to you, Darwin.
Okay, for the next task, we have been given the task of grant a different system privilege for each user. Okay, as you have known as a cybersecurity student, privilege is the most secure thing, and we have to restrict to those who are not needing it. So we are going to give a system privilege for different because we want to avoid data leakage and so on to many people. If we are giving to many people, it has more potential to do it. So for now, we are going to grant create session to C hashtag supervisor, and that's the command. And another command is to clerk. We are going to grant create session, create table. These are the privileges the clerk has. So basically, we are going to add two C hashtag clerk and semicolon, and grant create table to C hashtag manager semicolon. So it shows that grant succeeded. It means that supervisor is going to have the privilege to create session, and clerk would have create session, create table privileges, and manager can only create table. These are the only privileges they have in them as their roles. And now over to you, Kishan.
Thank you, David. So the next part is the question was given was try to connect using the 3 created users. As you all can see, the 3 created users were C hashtag supervisor, manager, and also clerk. As you all can see, we have tried to be created to supervisor, manager, and clerk. And some of it is connected, some of it has error. So why the user is successfully established a connection to an Oracle server, and why is it not able to connect to this server? So which was the users was able to connect was supervisor and clerk. So these two were automatically connected to the system, and the one that we couldn't connect was C hashtag manager, because C hashtag manager lacks of create session privilege. It was not given the create session privilege, so it couldn't create any session in they couldn't connect their user here. This is the reason, and we successfully could connect to supervisor and clerk. So next I would like to pass to Darwin.
Okay, thank you, Kishan. Okay, as we have seen, the next question task have been given is login as system user. So we are going to enter sys as sys DBA, because previously we have been connected as clerk. So now we are going to connect as a sys DBA and enter the password, and it shows connected to successfully. So after it, we are going to create a role and grant privilege of creating a table. So to grant a role, we have to create a role first. So the role is name of sup_admin, which is basically supervisor underscore admin. So use the word keyword create roles C hashtag supervisor sup_admin semicolon. So it shows that the role is created, and after it we have been told to give a privilege of creating table. Grant create table to C hashtag supervisor underscore admin semicolon. So that's the command line that we have given, and it shows that role created successfully and grant succeeded successfully, so that we have answered the question. So over to you next, Kishan.
Okay, so the next part of it is from the role created in the question 6, as we have said, C hashtag is a supervisor admin. So grant this said role to all users who can establish a session. So as you all can see, the command would be SQL grant C hashtag supervisor admin to C hashtag supervisor, and grant C hashtag supervisor admin to C hashtag club. So as you all can see, both is also succeeded. And also the question was given to us was, why is it do we have an this output? So identify the situation after granting the role. So see, hashtag manager isn't given the grant due to not having create session privilege. So that's why it is able to give the we were able to grant this role to all users who can establish a session. So next, over to you, Darwin.
Okay, as you can see that in a company, it is crucial for everyone to change their password often, because it's as a security measure. So as a cybersecurity student, we know that. And we have been given the question to update password for users Clark to CLRK, which previously was the password of CLK. And now we are changing into CLRK and supervisor to super. So we are going to use the keyword alter ALTER. So alter user C hashtag Clark identified by CLRK. Before this it was CLK. So now we are going to use the keyword alter and the new password CLRK. So it shows that user altered. And next we are going to change for supervisor. So alter user C hashtag supervisor identified by super is the new password, and it shows that user altered. So it means successfully we have changed for the new password and it has been updated in system successfully. Now over to you, Kishan.
So the next part is to grant object privilege to supervisor by allowing to use the select and update for table d depth underscore xyz. So as you all can see, the command would be grant select update insert on department underscore xyz to C hashtag supervisor, because supervisor is a new one. So as you all can see, we have given the grant select update and insert on department to supervisor, and as you all can see, has been grant succeeded. So it has been successfully granted. So over to you, Darwin.
Okay, next, we have been given the task to modify the object privilege created to supervisor to update, insert, and select to the table department underscore XYZ. And we should make sure that the supervisor have the ability to pass the privilege given to them, meaning other users. So basically, we are going to use the command grant because we are going to grant a privilege. So it's like grant select, comma, update, comma, insert, and these other he can select, he can update, and he can insert on department underscore XYZ. It's the table name to C hashtag supervisor with grant option. So basically it gives him a grant option for him to give the privilege to others together with select, update, insert on this table. So he can give like select, update, insert to others such as supervisor, such as manage. Supervisor is the one having the privilege, right? So he can grant to himself, so he can give it to manager, to other employees, and so on. So now over to you, Kishan.
So the next part of it is to log on as supervisor, then pass the privilege to update, insert, and use select to user clerk. Confirm that the user clerk can perform the insertion and update. So as you all can see, we have to con as a supervisor, as the password is super, so we have to join as a supervisor, because before this we were under system. And as you all can see, it's connected. And next part would be grant, select, update, insert on as system department XYZ, because why is SYS? Because it's in system. So system department XYZ to C hashtag clerk. And as you all can see, it has been grant succeeded. And insert into SYS is after we have gone into con C hashtag clerk. Okay, once this is to double check to confirm the clerk has the can perform insertion and also update. So we have to connect as clerk, and then we have to insert into system department value, any kind of value. So the value was given to us by the in the question. So as you all can see, 5 first location ID, ID department, and 100 was the department ID, and 2500 is the department name. So as you all can see, one row is also have been created. So next, over to you, Darwin.
Okay, right now we are going to log on as system user, because previously we have been in clerk. Now we are going to take over system user. So which I going to use the command line of consys. So consys / password, which is 12345 as sys DBA. After it shows connected, so we have successfully entered into the system as a system user. Then we are going to given the task of revoke all the object privilege given to the supervisor. So basically what we have given the privilege was select, update, insert on sys department _XYZ. So the table name was department XYZ. We have given it to supervisor. So now we are going to revoke. The keyword is revoke, select, which is the privilege we have given, select, comma, update, comma, insert on system dot department _XYZ from C hashtag supervisor. And this is the command line. And after it, we can see that revoke succeeded, meaning we have revoked the privilege given to supervisor. Maybe he wants to left the job and so on. So it is one of the method to change the privileges for new employees. Next, Kishan.
Okay, so the next part of it was to log on as supervisor, and we have to create a report that will display all the department name, where the location is ID is equal to 1700. So first of all, we need to connect as supervisor. So con C hashtag supervisor and / password super. So it's connected. And next, you all can have to go through select department _name from system department XYZ, where location ID is equivalent to 700, and error at line 1, and it's shown as table of view does not exist. And why is it so are we is it able to create and report? No. And why is it we are not able to create? Because we have revoked all the privilege of supervisor at the previous question. So we have revoked all the select, update, insert for C hashtag supervisor. So supervisor don't have any power to select and choose, or they have any updates in system department _XYZ. So over to you, Darwin.
Okay, at question 14, we have been given the task to log on as clerk first. To log on as a clerk, we know that we have to use the keyword con, C-O-N-N. So C hashtag clerk. Together with the password we updated before this is /CLRK. So it successfully shows connected. And we have been given the task, create a report that will display all the manager ID whose location ID is equal to 2500. Is creating a report possible? Explain. So basically we have tried to put in the command of select manager underscore ID from sys.department XYZ, where location underscore ID is 2500. Select manager ID from sys department underscore XYZ, where location ID equals to 200, right? So it shows that error at line 1 basically, because one of the reason it could be because we have revoked supervisor privilege. Supervisor is the one who provided the privilege to the clerk to be said. So because of it, it could affect it as well. Or either the manager ID and the manager ID from sys department having location ID 2500 specifically doesn't even exist. Because of it, it shows table or view does not exist. Maybe it's not when we're creating, right? There wasn't 2500 location ID in there. Because of it, it could be one of the reason. Now over to you, Kishan.
So the final question that was given to us is to log in as system again and system user, then delete all the users created to free up some memory space. So as you all can see, let's connect to sys 123 because previously we have connected to clerk. So we will have connect. So con sys /password 12345 as sys DBA, and it has connected. And first we want to the keyword that will be used is drop. The keyword that will be used is drop user. So drop user C ## supervisor, drop user C ## clerk, drop user C ## manager. And you all can see all the 3 users have been dropped. Okay, so this is how we have to delete the users, and we will have end space now. So that's all from us for how to create, how to grant privilege, and how can we delete the users. So this is all from us. Thank you. Sign off from myself, Kishan Rao, and Darwin Damraj. Thank you.